Hi, so the next tip of the day here. So it was an interesting conversation I had with someone recently who was asking about how you create downtime for yourself when you're working so hard on building a business. And what was really interesting was that it was a case of saying, how do you justify taking time out, and how much do you take, and how does that work into your very tight routine and schedule and things like that. And I feel they were looking at it the wrong way. I think what they were saying was, I've got my work, and then I've got my family time, or I've got my work, then I've got my hangout time, or my play time, or whatever it is. And this is someone who works at home, for instance. And why not integrate them? Why not make it part of your day? And here's how you do it. You justify the playtime as part of your work time. Well, you can do it the other way around as well. But the way I'm saying this is that the idea is, you say to yourself, imagine if I'm a racing driver, the main event is racing around the track, okay? But I still have to have pit stops. Now, the pit stop isn't particularly useful insofar as it doesn't get me further down the track in the moments when I'm in the pit stop, but it's still necessary because it allows all the systems to be pumped up, new tyres put on, more fuel put in, so I can then go harder when I go back out onto the track. So in terms of the entire event, it's a necessary part of the race, okay? So it helps us do better in the race because I have more fuel and I can go longer and so on. So it's the same here, if I'm working, right? If I've all the tasks in my business that I'm working on in the day, but then I'm going to socialize, for instance, well, it may be that downtime is a necessary part of my business day, because that allows me to get rest. Maybe you're some kind of coach when it comes to working with relationships or something like that. So having the social time is actually a very good business kind of task, because it gives you time to practice engaging with people or something like that. But whatever it is, what I'm saying here is, if you can justify it as something that impacts positively your business day, well, then it should integrate it as part of it. And so a good example here is I want to be fit and healthy, right? So I need to exercise. So maybe I need to go to the gym, and I need to do 3 other, maybe I'll bang out 50 press-ups. I need to do 50 sit-ups, and I will go to the gym today. Rather than trying to find some time when I've done all my work to go and do that, I make it like it's one of my tasks in the day, and I justify it to myself by saying, but I need to do this stuff. It's just as important as the business tasks, because they're the parts that make my body healthy, so that I can go and do the other parts of the business. In the same way as the other business tasks help me to generate income, which I can use to do the health and fitness task of going to the gym, for instance. They're always integrated. And you can go as far easily as saying, right, I'm going to have a half-hour scheduled at 2 p.m. of downtime where I go and hang out with my girlfriend, or my husband, or whatever it might be. And I'm doing that because I need that space in my head, so that I'm more equipped to then go ahead and carry on with the business task. That will get me in a better place for it. I even have, on some occasions, at like 3 p.m, I'll have a 15-minute nap, like a power nap. So I'm sleeping in the middle of the day, in the working day, but it's justified because I work my nuts off later on in the day. I need a little bit of a pause, and that power nap really gives me the ability to then surge ahead till midnight if need be, or something like that. So it is one of the business tasks of the day. It's scheduled on my routine list with a time set next to it. It might be at 3 p.m. you're going to have a sleep for 15 minutes, or at 3 p.m. you're going to have a cup of coffee with the wife, or something like that. And that is part of the business day, because it actually has a positive knock-on effect. So as long as you can justify it as something affecting your business positively, why can't you integrate that in there, rather than saying, oh, I feel bad about having a bit of time out or something? Grow up, put it in as part of your business day, and you'll feel that it's actually a bit more justified now instead, okay? If you can find a way of justifying playing on your Xbox for 7 hours, well, good for you. I don't know if that necessarily is, maybe that's a bit too extreme, but the point is that there are ways you can do this, and if you integrate it into your business day and understand and therefore justify the existence of that task because it helps the rest of the business, then it makes a lot of sense, right? Anyway, I'll catch you tomorrow for the next step.